Welcome everybody, I'm Sandy of Lolly and Sand, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. How are you doing? Oh, it's so exciting. I have been waiting for 8 o'clock all day, so much so that I thought an hour ago was going to be 8 o'clock, and never mind, I got myself mixed up. Hope everyone had a lovely New Year's, a lovely weekend. Yeah, checking everything here. Looking good, looking good. Well, we're going to be making a card tonight using the colors you voted on. There was a lot of votes, so wow. So I had a lot more tallying to do than I thought. So we will get to that for sure. And what I wanted to do first, because the Sale-A-Bration launched today, and the mini catalog launched today, so I wanted just to go do a quick run through. And I hope the video is working because it looks like my hands stopped moving again. I try to glance over once in a while to make sure I'm, somewhat in the center. So anyway, if you're just joining, say hello. And if you're new to me, say, hey, I'm from the US, or I'm from Calgary, or wherever. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Marcy. Here we go. Okay, so let's do Sale-A-Bration first because, well, it's on top. So Sale-A-Bration runs from January the 5th to Feb 28th. So it's 2 months, not 3 this year. Alrighty, so it's not a huge brochure, but you get to choose items. So you get to choose a free Sale-A-Bration item with every $60 or $120 you spend. So I'm just going to point out a few things, which is right here, and hopefully that's centered, is you look for this, and this will tell you if it's a 60 or a 120. So, and it'll tell you what it is and give you a description and tell you what colors goes with everything. Colors, it matches, which is kind of good to know. So there's another one, 60, approaching perfection. And then the ombre paper you've seen me use, so you know that's awesome. We'll have to do some hellos. Hey, Grace, Norma Jean, nice to see you again too. And Laura from Hamilton, and Heather from Nova Scotia, and the rest of the comments, I can't see, it's hard to keep up. Okay, I will take a look at them when I'm all done though. Oh, now I can hear myself. Stop. I hit the wrong button and all of a sudden I can hear myself there, and it's like echo. All right, so we keep going, stamp set, until you get to, so here's one of the 120, so you get the Touch of Ink stamp set. And what they've done is they've given you a bunch of samples, which I think really helps. It helps to know what you're looking at. What you can do though, if you're unsure, do I want this item or not? I go to Pinterest, I type in Stampin' Up! A Touch of Ink, and then all the samples will pop up for you. And same with this one. So you saw me use this stamp set a couple weeks ago, and the paper. So for this 120, you get the stamp set, which is the Berry Blessings, and you get the Berry Delightful DSP, which I used in my card. I think I used that one. Anyway, it also talks about hosting a party. So if you and your friends, right now we can't really gather, can we? Not really. If you want to do an online thing with me, I'm game. So definitely let me know. It tells you what your party sales rewards are. So at $200, your Stampin' rewards are 10%, $375, 12%, and at $375, you get this stamp set free. So it's the Punch Party stamp set, and it coordinates with the double oval punch, which is in the mini here. And anyway, and so on and so on. If you're not sure how Sale-A-Bration works, let me know. But if you have a bunch of friends and you're like, hey, get together, let's put our sales together, and you can be the host, or you can choose a friend to be the host, whatever way works best for you. Let me know, because we can put that together, get everybody's orders on one, and you get some extra rewards, which are always good. You can always join Stampin' Up! As well. In this picture here, you can see some of the DSP. You actually get 5 packages with 48 sheets each of 6x6 brand new, not even released yet, DSP that is in the color families, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that's $250 40 pieces of paper, and the price on that would be, if I was to buy it, it would be $78.75. But for $135, you get to choose $165 in product. You get this paper free, you get a paper pumpkin, you get business supplies. Whether you choose to use them or not, that's up to you. I do have my blog posted here. I have a whole bunch of reasons why this is the best for you. Besting. And you don't have to do what I do. So I will put all the important links over at the top of this at the end of the video. So that's Sale-A-Bration, the mini catalog. Now, you'll notice here, it goes from January till June. Sale-A-Bration's this long, mini catalog's this long. And I've just done a few pages, well, more than a few. As you open it up, you're going to say, here's all the suites, here's where the kits are, here's where the bundles are, catalogs at a glance, and host and join. So let's go to the first tab, which are kits. So I'll show you this one because it's easiest, I think, to see. Actually, I'll just show you the kits. So here's the Hello Dear Friend kit, and it tells you in the description everything you get. I won't go over that because one, I've posted the PDF, and two, oh, I don't know if I've done it here to Lolly and Sand. It's on my blog for sure. And two, you'll get to read through it, so your time is valuable. Another kit where you can have, here's all the goodies in the kit, and then the stamp colors that you might want to use, and then the stamp set that you can purchase with it. Or just use the kit separately in your own stamps. That works too. Next one. Alrighty, so some of the bundles are actually like huge suites. So for this one, Love You Always, bunch of beautiful samples. This is the whole 9 yards. So if you want, you say, I want absolutely everything, the 2 stamp set, the 2 sets of dies, this paper, which I've used, it's the Love You Always foil paper, all this, this is really pretty. And then the paper I used last week and colored, you can get all that, or you can piece part and get what you want. So that works out. So just to continue, this week continues to show you bigger pictures of the dies and the stamp set, and the rest is here. That's a lot, isn't it? All right, next page. Dandy Garden, you've seen me use that, same thing. It's a big suite. That was a mega suite. This is a mega suite too, actually. You can buy the whole 9 yards of pieces you want. And if you want to go for the whole 9 yards, you get this stamp set, these dies, this stamp set, this punch, and then all these goodies. It's up to you. Just showing you. This is the stamp set we're using tonight. This is exciting. This is a bundle, and it is inspired by Dina Rico, who was a $1 million seller, and whenever you hit a million, whoever has hit 1 million gets to help design a stamp set. This is her stamp set and dies. I will show you all of that momentarily. Keep going. Okay, I did want to point this out because there was a little bit of confusion, some questions on this. So this is the many messages. This is one stamp, and you get all these when you've die cut them. I would suggest the die cuts. It's going to be a whole lot easier than trying to fussy cut or whatever. But yeah, this is one stamp set. I would suggest, one stamp, I should say. I would suggest the Stamparatus, because if for any reason it doesn't stamp properly, you haven't used a piece of paper, you just ink it up and do it again. Okay, next. Here's a cute one. So some of the bundles have dies and some have punches. And this one, which is the Ice Cream Corner bundle, has this cute punch. I have seen such, and the DSP, by the way, the Designer Series paper is gorgeous with this. I have seen such adorable samples. Again, go to Pinterest, go Ice Cream Corner, and there you go. And there's all these extra little goodies too. These little sprinkles, which are always cute, the ribbon, and of course the DSP. Really fun. I know it's winter, but you know what? Fun things are in right now. Everything fun is in right now. Okay, now we're to here. Just to let you know that yes, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, mini Stampin' Cut, I said it right. The mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is now available. You can order that now. Yay. Just saying. At the back of the catalog, I'm going to fold that over. There. if you're like, oh, I can't find what I'm looking for, go to this section and you will see, oh, there it is there. And it's on page number 17, for example. And it does that with all of these. And not only that, these are different samples, which is kind of cute because now you have more ideas. So each of the bundles listed here, and here, and here, and here. Now you get to this page, and when it says catalog at a glance, that means they're giving you a little peek at it. So you go, oh, that's the one. I wanted the one with the lamb. Oh, that's the Springtime Joy. That's on page 22. This is a really great reference for you. And it keeps going. So you've got all your DSPs here and here. All your dies are here. And then your tools, the punches, the embossing folders. I'm moving stuff on my desk, sorry. Oh, I hope it's not underneath my computer now. The blending brushes, you need those, by the way. And then all the embellishments, stuff you need to know. And that's it for that. I'm gonna get making a card. I have been fussing about this all day. All right, so here's the stamp set, and here's the dies. I'm gonna take them out of their little plastic case. I don't have them, there's more. I don't have them on the magnetic sheet yet because, well, I'm not going out shopping, so it's kind of difficult and I've run out. So it will happen when it happens. There we go. There's a lot of dies with this. I think, what was it, 21 stamps, 23 dies. And I think that makes it worthwhile. So we're using, I love these. These are so funky. So we're using that part. And awesome sentiments, by the way. I embossed this, looked really cool. And the way these stamp, love it. Sometimes I just want to see my stamps. Oh, I need to see how they're going to stamp. And they turned out really great. It turned out really great. I'm putting that in there because I don't want to lose any of those dies. Okay, so the card is right here. So this is the original. So Flirty Flamingo, Daffodil Delight, and Mango Melody on a smoky slate base. And a little bit extra, we'll talk about that. And drum roll, you already know which one. Okay, see if I can get everything. So Mango Melody and Night of Navy were the winners. That is not a huge surprise, is it? Not really. All right, so I will show you how it stamps. It's true, I do have them stamped and cut out, but I just want to show you how this works. So we're going to use the small flower and the larger flower, and I will hold this up a little bit closer. So this isn't distinctive. I have got the answer to that. It's not distinctive, but it's like watercolor-like, which is pretty cool. So it looks really great. So if you're expecting a solid impression, you won't get it. So it almost looks like you can see little lines on it. Makes it really interesting. Let's start with the lighter of the colors, which is the Mango Melody, and push that aside. So we'll do, now I did notice when I inked this up that I did spend a little more time inking than I normally would. All right, you want something cushy underneath. I'm using the Pierce mat, and this is Whisper White, which we no longer carry, sad to say, but we do have basic white now. Isn't that cool? I like the dark and the light. That to me is awesome. I love that. So ink up this one. I think I'm trying to make sure everything stays in frame. I'm trying to be better. All right, and you can move these in reasonably close to each other because it works with the dies. I am holding this down a little bit longer, and there we go. Now I notice, oh, I've got some stuff on that. I am going to, you know what? Let's give that a re-clean and do that again. Not that we have to, but you'll see how different the color looks. Either I didn't clean this properly, or I didn't clean this. So let's make it be the true color. Doesn't help to demo something for you when you don't show the real color. I'm just making sure it's dry. I don't know why, but I tap it on my hand. Just feel the necessity to do so. All right, so let's try for a color that's not messed up. There you go. That's what it should look like. So this gets a big X. We're not doing that. I have a feeling there was a darker color on there. A slightly darker color. Alrighty. And again, I will go back and read the comments after. So what did I clean this with? Okay, this is the Stamp Chamois. I like it. We still have the Stampin' Scrub, but because I'm sensitive to smells, I can't use the spray. I can use the water part, but I just like this. It works. And as much as I said, like, it looks horrible, it's really not, because that color does not transfer back. I let it completely dry out, the Stampin' Chamois, and about 10 minutes before the video, now I used hot water because my hands are cold. I'm in the basement. I use hot water, but you can use cold as well to get it totally saturated, and then just give it a wee rinse. There we go. So that's the Night of Navy. So again, I've already die cut this, so I have extras for later. Yay! All right, so there's our card again. Let's get everybody back in. And I've done the die cutting of the pieces. So remember I said that's that funky die? I just think that's the coolest. This is for the little flower, which is right here. And then another one of these. And I have a Mango Melody for the center. I have a Night of Navy. And I did the really cool leafy bit, because I really like it. I really like this. I would put this on other cards. In fact, I will. Now, in my haste, I switched colors somehow. I know, how weird is that? I was so sure that I had used Sahara Sand, but I didn't. So this one's going to be a little bit different. Now, I will start looking at comments again because I want you to tell me which embossing folder you would like to see these flowers on. I can just show you kind of what it would look like so. I'll put one on each. So this is the one, the one I can never remember the name of. This is the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. Yay! And this is the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. So this is from the mini. This is from the annual catalog. So I'm going to stamp the inside of the card because I forgot to do that. And we will decide then. I'll wait to see what you say and we'll put that card together. So I'll leave those there so you can see. So did you want the Painted Texture or the Tasteful Textile? And I know there's a delay, so I will just be patient. All right, while we do the inside of the card. Oh, I'm going to need a little bit of scrap. Here's a little bit of scrap because I'm going to go off the edge a bit. So let's see. Let's bring this out. Painted. The one on the left, painted. Oh, rats. I have like such a sensitive computer screen. I have to be very careful with it. And I lost you again. Sorry for those watching the replay. Painted. Okay, it looks like painted. Painted it is. Painted it is. I'm so glad you said that. So glad you said that. All right, so let's do a little stamping. Because I've got this already inked up in the Night of Navy, I'm going to leave it that way. So you want to put something on the inside of your card. You know how bad I am for not doing it until I'm ready to use the card, but we will use it. So I'm going to go, let's say we go here. Hold it down. Now, we don't want to stamp again. Can you see that line right there? You can see it probably better that way. We need to get rid of that and turn this around. I don't know why my Night of Navy is, I think maybe it needs a re-inking. It certainly doesn't look like it does, but I think it could use a little more color. I'm going to put one up here too, just to do something different. Well, I love the painted textures, but it might be too busy. And maybe that's what I was thinking, Sherry. That might have been why I had switched and tried the Tasteful Textile, but you never know. Okay, back to Mango Melody. Not going to overlap these because Some colors, you're just going to get muck, basically. And we have to put a third one on because you know that's what we do. And maybe I can put a little one right down here. I should probably ink that better. I'm actually not going to put the leaves on. I know that sounds shocking, but I'm not because I didn't bring any green with me. Oh. All right, so there's the inside. That's pretty. Lots and lots of space to write. All right, so we're going to try it with this one. So card base, because you know I always give you my measurements here in the video rather than typing them out. Okay, so this is 4.5 by 11, half sheet of paper, scored at 5.5. This layer is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and again, embossed with the painted texture. I almost got it wrong. Painted texture 3D embossing folder. All right, so for some reason I feel like, I don't think there's a front or back, but I feel like putting the other side up. You want to get kind of close to the edge, but not so much that the glue gushes out, because that, you don't want that. All right, and then just center that. So it's going to be a quite narrow border on this. There we go. Just checking it. I think my card base could be a little straighter. All right, and then just give that a wee push. I don't think that's, I don't know, I think we're going to be okay. Let's do that last. All right, actually, let's do this part. So a little bit of gluing, and I know I said the next I had used this on my Friday night, the free night where you can come and stamp with me online, and said that I was, from now on, I'm going to use the adhesive sheets. Well, I didn't. Because it's just a tiny little bit of glue. It doesn't take much to hold that down. I'll show you a little trick. Now, anyone who knows me knows that I'm also a paper quiller or paper filigree fan, and I work with that, with these thin little strips of paper, and I like bending paper. That's where that story was going. So we're going to bend the paper. I'm just going to get the centers on. These are cute too. I almost can see just doing these on a card, you know, something happy. I think that would look really cool. All right, come on. You can't get stuck now. And then we get too much. Okay. We can live with that. There we go. And the other one. Now I have to say, when I did the first card, this wasn't here, and I showed it to my daughter. She was like, yeah, the card's too plain. And I think she was right, and then I tucked another one in. So when you see the photographs on my blog, until I redo the pictures, you're only going to see these two flowers. And this looks kind of like it's up in Never Never Land. Kind of like that. Now, I almost forgot this. Ha! Okay, so I have used the Ornate Floral. I forget if it's 3D or not. I'm going to say it is. Oh, this is called an embossing folder. And die cut using a circle die. Just thought we needed a little bit, you know me, a little bit more white. You know, this is the second week in a row that I haven't done cards in white. Well, I say that, and then I'm going to show you some samples, other samples I did at the end. Oh, Deb, I did send you the catalog. That same day, I mailed a whole bunch out. Uh-oh. I wonder what happened to it. Maybe it just stuck in the mail system. Hopefully that's all it is. Hopefully. I will post the PDF because I'm pretty sure I did not put it on the Lolly and Sand page here that you're on. Okay, so a couple ways of doing this. One, you can do it with your hand, or two, just very gently bend it. It's paper. It will bend. I'm not trying to make a crease, if you look at the back. I'm just trying to lift it up just a little bit. If I had wanted it like really, really turned up, I will show you. Then I would have used my bone folder and gone like this. But I don't want to really bend these guys. I usually use my fingernails, just so you know. There we go. All right, so let's carry on. So there's a couple ways you can do that. And it is curved ever so slightly, so I like that. So we'll do that with this one too. You know, Deb, if for some reason the catalog isn't there, I can't understand that. Because I've almost, well, unless they're going out west. Some of the out west ones haven't arrived, but I know you're not out west. Then I will send you another one. And in the meantime, we'll do the PDF thing. All right. Just a wee pinch. All right. Just another way of doing it. And we're going to do, actually I have to leave that one flat. All right. Construction time. We're getting our dimensionals. I'm going to use the big ones because I only need one in the center. Now, if I find it's a little tippy, like on this one, I do believe I went in, or no, I didn't. Nope, I didn't. I thought I went in and put some underneath. So before we put those on, we're going to kind of decide where this is going. Kind of mostly decide. You know what, ladies? These are really pretty colors together. You were right. Okay. So we're going to use our Stampin' seal. Just a little bit. I like the way these curve in different directions, and I'm not gluing this down because I like movement on my cards. It will mail that way too. You put it in the envelope carefully and you're absolutely fine. Just checking it again, just to make sure. Okay, so first thing, glue the little guy down. I know you might think you want to do that center one first, but you don't. Well, at least I don't. And that doesn't take a ton of glue. And so you can still see the leaves coming out that way, and that's exactly what I wanted. So then, now you can see there's some of that Stampin' seal here, totally covered up. I knew I liked this stamp set for a reason. I really like this stamp set. And and dies. Big fan of dies. Oh, I had another piece. Oh, here it is. So I had an extra piece of leaf, and I know it's not on this one, but I was thinking I might put a little piece down. I'll show you where the rest of that one went. I used it on another card. I did. Yep. Okay, so this is a glue dot, and I don't know why I'm not using my Take Your Pick tool, why I'm using my fingernails, no idea. And we'll just tuck that underneath and press it down. Almost done. Okay, and then, isn't that cute? Like, how cute is that? I've never used this die before, by the way. This is from the Pretty Perennials stamp set, and this is one of the Stitch So Sweetly dies. How cool is that? And kind of in the same spot. You know, I kind of like it in Sahara Sand. Just totally different. And I don't know, what do you think? I don't think the folder actually, our concerns were good. I think that it didn't take over. Now, for the Rhinestone Basic Jewels, I see I've got I had this one earlier and I went, no, I don't want that, so I kept it. First things first, put the lid on your glue. Because we haven't done the center yet, but we're going to. So it's not exactly identical, and that's okay, because I had a friend say to me today, I get bored when I make the same card over and over, and you know what? I do too. So we're changing it up just a bit. I think this one just needs the 3. These are all, I've got, you can tell I used all the little ones that were over here, except that little dude right there. Maybe I can, well, I have 3, 5, 7, 9. That's the way it works. Let's put the inside in, and then I'll show you the other cards. Yep, like I said, you ladies, you were right. Although, having said that, I will show you un momento. I hope this is the right size. Sometimes do you ever look at the inside of the card and say, that's too big? And I wanted it this way. I know that sounds weird, but I want that little blob down there. And it's not too big. And we center, lay it down. Like I said, you don't need a ton of glue. We're not wasters, we're paper crafters. There. Ta-da! So there's the 2 cards. But wait. The lonely, lonely, lonely combination of Daffodil Delight and Poppy Parade got 1 vote, so I made a card using it. I used a different folder again. And yes, it's white. I know. This is where the rest of this went. Break them up. You know, you've got lots and lots of goodies there. So I still think this one should have got more votes. But this is very rich looking. This is nice and just soft and pretty. So gray granite. No, smoky slate, Sahara sand. Okay, here's 2 more cards that I made. So I needed to make a card. I challenged myself to make a card that's super plain, no die cutting. Gorgeous Grape, Magenta Madness, and of course, Mango Melody. And I did not use the Stamparatus. I just stamped randomly here and there. Simple, super simple. I will post that card. I'll post all the cards. Now this one, different. Magenta Madness, and dang it, I forget the name of that. But this time I did the leaves in black. So these are the teeny little leaves that were in the dies. And you make me, did I do the inside? Good, I did. Happy. When you're doing the happy, make sure you have an ample amount of ink. So come out of there. These are the little leaves, and thankfully you get 2 of them, so it takes half the time. These are these same leaves here. I just cut off all of the bottom part because I decided I didn't need it. And because I can't remember, and it's going to drive me crazy, totally crazy, I use the blending brushes to do this. And I bet there's people here that can tell me what that is before I can find it in the catalog. I was going to write it down, but no, I forgot. Oh, I went too far. No, did I? I did not go too far. These guys here. I've been looking. I know I had them, and I'm like, where are my dots? Because I love polka dots. My mother loved polka dots, thus I love polka dots. That's kind of her, other than her beautiful long fingernails that she only ever did herself, she was known for wearing polka dots. Okay, basic patterns, decorative masks. So you get the 4 of them. And again, blending brushes and that. And I love that, really. And then of course that's heat embossed. There we go. I have lots of samples to show you today. I was flying. This is, you know, I love a set when I do this. Like, wait a second. You know I love a set when I do this. This is how many I cut out. Because I'm like, I didn't know earlier in the day who was going to win. Wasn't sure, so I did all the colors. Oh, this one had the Coastal Cabana had lots of votes. And look, you can put different colors together there with the Poppy Parade. They still look great. They still look super pretty. Daffodil Light. Okay, anyway, yeah, I went a little bit crazy. I did. Here, let's get rid of that. Okay, so so do watch. Come back. If you haven't already liked my page, or I think follow, I think works better. You might want to, because I'm going to post pictures and I'll give you the dimensions that I'll have to do for those, because it's kind of nice to know. These ones you already know because I said it in the video. I am placing an order still tomorrow the 6th, and if you are in the Waterloo, Ontario area and want to place an order through me, then let me know before tomorrow evening and I will get that onto the group order. Yay. If you are placing an order, again, I'll post the PDFs. You would, if you're placing online, please use my host code, which I'll post above. If your order, though, is $200 or more, do not use the host code because you get the stamping rewards instead of me. And one last thing. On my blog is the Sale-A-Bration celebration information. I think it's there. If it isn't, it's in my 2 newsletters that I just sent out and posted here. With an order of $130 or more, you still get all those other goodies. You get your stamping, you earn your Sale-A-Bration and such, but then you get to come to my Sale-A-Bration celebration in March, which is online, of course, because it is what it is. And I'll post a link to my blog, to where that is on my blog, so you can read more, but I don't want to keep you forever. here. How rude. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love your comments. I will go back and read all of them. And feel free to share. I think I can say that without Facebook, you know, putting me in jail. And I will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. again. So thank you so much. Bye.